All right, guys, this is part one. All right, I'm getting on here to share my story in depth for hopes that people can see that they are worth everything and they can have anything they want in life if they just work hard for it. Okay, I was 11 years old. My mom was in a relationship with a man who was an alcoholic, drunk, narcissist, right? And because of that, I had to suffer. But you know what? I'm actually grateful. I am grateful that I went through everything so I could come out here and make the impact that I want to make on the world. All right? I truly am. So I was 11 years old, and I used to hang out with this dude all the time. This guy, we'll leave the name out. He was on parole from San Quentin. It's a maximum security state prison here in the state of California, right? And he was like my boy, and honestly, like kind of the guy that I got around just to escape my reality from home. And dude used to wake me up in the middle of the night and just kick it with me. He'd wake me up and be, hey bro, let's go smoke some weed or whatever. And I'd go hang out with them, smoke weed, drink beers with them or whatever. That's what I did. And I was like really young, 11, right? And so I got into that shit really young. So one of these times I went out into the backyard because I was just trying to kick it with him. I was just trying to do something. And I went back there. He was hanging out with another girl. And this girl was 19 years old. And the thing about that, right, is I went back there. They were all drinking, smoking weed, whatever, and invited me to partake in it all. And I just wanted to be cool. I wanted to fit in. And that was my escape from my home, like I said. So, we just kept doing that. I got really, really high, was crossfaded, been drinking, and all of a sudden they move over to the bed and they just start doing shit and they invite me over, right? And I didn't know what I was doing, not at all. But, one thing led to the next, and you guys already see how that turned out. Turned out to me essentially being forced into having, threesome with two adults when I was 11 years old, okay? And at the time, I didn't realize what that had done to me. But as an adult, I've realized now that completely jaded my concept of what true love is and what true intimacy is. You know what I'm saying? And now I've gone through so much therapy, so much heartache, 2 divorces. I've been unfaithful several times, right? My first marriage, I didn't have anything figured out, and I couldn't figure out why. Because I lacked doing the inner work. But the thing about this all, guys, is it is not your fault on what you've been through in life. It is not. But it is always going to be our responsibility to do the work and rise above so we can be the best we can for our people. And I refuse to be nothing but the best for my people that I can. All right? And like I said, that is my first story. It happened again to me 2 years later from my drug dealer that I went through to buy weed. I was 13 years old. A little sneak peek. He literally forced me to go have sex with his girlfriend. And I was 13. And, at this point, like, I have completely disconnected what intimacy and what love is because I didn't get it from home. And I had no idea what that even meant and what it meant to actually have true love and true intimacy in my life. It's taken me years, and I still struggle to this day. But one thing's for sure is I refuse to give up. And I'm not going to stop until I can make at least the biggest impact and potentially save lives by just telling my story. Because I don't care at this point. I am willing to throw myself into the trenches so others can have hope and have the potential life and not make the same mistakes that I made, right? Get the help sooner, because it is totally okay. It doesn't matter if you're a man, a woman, right? What you've been through, again, is not your fault, but it is always going to be our responsibility. And I'm here with you every step of the way. And my hopes is getting on here, telling my story, so you get the chance to save yourself and connect with people that want the best for you and have better in your life. And I'm here for you every step of the way. All right. Like I said, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I will be dropping a video on here talking about my life, talking about my experiences, because this is all I do, and I want nothing more than to make an impact. All right, with that said, what I always love to say, and the reason I always say is because you got to shoot for the stars, you guys. And I'm going to do that forever, moving forward. All right? Send it!